Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Blue here, and I just want to let you know that yes, we are here. We are in this. This is going to be a new channel that we got going on. So right here, this new channel is called Blue Reviews. So pretty much what we're doing here is, I kind of dabble in a couple stuff, buy a couple stuff, make a couple purchases. So what this channel really is just a mixture of reviews of items that I may purchase. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so occasionally when I purchase some Amazon items, if I feel like it's going to be useful to you people, I'm definitely going to put it in my storefront. The link is going to be in the description of my storefront. I already got a couple items there that are useful to me. If I think it's useful to me, I'm going to share it with everybody else. I also get some items from Temu. Y'all know that I know y'all know that Temu's coming up. Definitely made some purchases on Temu. I'll be making some videos, adding some more videos on the stuff that I get from there. And then of course, links will always be in the description of my affiliation with them as well. Pretty much that's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about those affiliates, and it's also going to be about any type of food, any type of restaurant that I may go to, or locations that I may end up at if there's like any events or activities. And it's not like really extensive like hardcore reviews like some people that want to come out to Atlanta and try to stir up some tension with the restaurant. You know exactly who I'm talking about. But I'm not going to be doing all that. It's just going to be nice quick reviews. So this video that we're going to be doing today is going to be about the It's going to be about the Carnival Horizon cruise that we went on this past December for Christmas, the week literally right before Christmas. Me and my wife and their family, we went on a cruise line called Carnival Horizon. So that's what this video is going to be about. Just to let y'all know, I am by no means like a travel going out the country, going out to cities and stuff like that. So I had to really get this video out because it's still pretty fresh. It literally happened last month. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody. Sorry about that. And I kind of just had to get it out there. This is really actually going to be the first video on my channel. On this channel, I actually have another channel called Big Blue _42. You guys want to check that one out? So what I do on that channel is reaction videos, and the reactions are usually about police body cams and stuff that happens with the police and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. A lot of it is kind of humor but kind of serious at the same time for those that are serious. When people are doing crazy stuff, yeah, I'll poke fun at the crazy stuff, but when stuff becomes serious, then I try to actually analyze everything that's going on. So that link is also in the description. For Blue Reviews, I'm actually on Instagram, I'm actually on TikTok, and I'm here. So if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. I'd highly appreciate it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cue the video intro. So like I mentioned before, this video is going to be a travel vlog of the cruise that we went on, Carnival Horizon. Most of the travel stuff I kind of leave to my sister Natalie. She's our Naturally Amused Tourist. Link is also going to be in the description of her channel. Go ahead and check her out, see her stuff. She'll do reviews of hair products, of hairstyles, of just lifestyle, and also traveling. She does way more traveling than I do. So if you need some ideas and stuff that you want to do, go ahead and check her out. She's definitely been to a couple places and get a little idea of what's going on there. And I am also in a couple of her videos as well. So Carnival Horizon, I want to tell you, this cruise was definitely interesting. So just to start off, the whole reason that we even went on the cruise was because it was my brother-in-law Mark's 40th birthday. Happy birthday to you, Mark. It's been a pleasure knowing you all these years, and I can't wait to continue to grow with you for the next however many years by God's grace. It was his 40th birthday. We caught him by surprise. He didn't know that it was going to be a big family thing. So he definitely enjoyed that. And not only that, it was also my daughter's first birthday. Her birthday was on the 12th, and then the trip was like I think that next week. Yeah, the trip was that next week. Her birthday present from us was a whole cruise. Look at that. You're 1 year older than you're already going on cruises. Who knew? Must be nice. So if you guys want to give Mark a shout out, he actually has a YouTube channel as well as a TikTok. Those are also going to be in the description. Those are also going to be in my hands right here. So Mark does pretty much tech advice, trying to live in this tech world nowadays when you're from a different country, when your family's from a different country. Just very informative stuff for all you tech people that are out there, including myself. And definitely have some great insight. Go ahead and check him out, give him some love, like, subscribe to him as well. So as far as the locations that we went to, so the port was in Miami, literally right next to the Miami Heat Stadium. I had absolutely no clue that it was right there. It's kind of cool. The trips were going to the Grand Caymans, and we went to Jamaica, and we also went to Mexico. Those 3 locations. The cruise was 7 days long. 7 days, 6 nights, or something like that. I don't know. That's cruise time. So just to start off, during that week, the day that we were supposed to dock, we were supposed to get on the ship. They allow people to start docking at 12 o'clock. And we're coming from Georgia, mind you. So we had to drive all the way to Florida, which took like 10 hours, just a little over 10 hours just to get over there, just to get in that area. By the time it hit 10 o'clock, they sent us a text saying that the ship hasn't docked yet. It's going to be a delay because there was a storm that was taking over that weekend. So it was delayed until further notice. So we're literally just like driving around Florida, just looking lost around Florida for hours. We were supposed to start docking at 12. They didn't start docking until 5. So we get to the Miami port, and as you can see here, this is the line that we had to deal with going into the docking. The line was ridiculously long. We was out there for a minute. There was so much people, there was so much baggage everywhere. Like it was pretty intense. Like it literally made no sense how much stuff was there, how much people was there. But honestly, I kind of understood the situation, because normally at 12 o'clock, you don't really think that everybody's gonna be there at 12 o'clock, especially all the color folk that was on that cruise ship. Nah, it was not gonna be there at 12 o'clock, because it was almost 9 o'clock when we finally was getting into the building so that we can go through the check-in and stuff like that. And there were still people that was coming in. So sure enough, not everybody was going to be there at 12 o'clock. But 5 o'clock, a lot of people was already there. So that's what made it really congested, made it real difficult to have people going in and out. And by the time we got into the little check-in area, sure enough, there was all of the belts, all of the check-in spots were filled with workers just trying to get everybody inside. So it's not like the cruise line was just lacking somewhere that made it take a long time. Like this delay really delayed significantly. Vast majority of people was there from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, as opposed to that gap from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. You had people trickle in and stuff like that. And I think the time we were actually going to leave was like 6 o'clock or something like that. But because of that incident, everybody's already coming in. Everybody got in. Everybody was waiting. We was in line for quite some time, but we did manage to get in. So it was all right. By the time we got to our rooms, we were already dirt tired, but I think we went to the cafeteria and we ate. But that was literally that night. We left about 11 o'clock p.m., I want to say. So when it came to the activities, I do want to say that it was pretty fun. You know, I'm not much of a go out kind of guy. I like kind of staying to myself, like the peace and calmness of quietness. Like honestly, if there was nothing going on the boat and I was able to just sit on my balcony and just watch the endless sea and relax, then you know, I think I would have been all right. I would have been too mad. But with the activities, it definitely gave a little bit of oomph. It gave some excitement that was going on. And one person that definitely made the excitement really great was the cruise director, Joey Boyce. I don't know, but that guy right there, that's a smashing fellow right there. I just want to say, look at that face. Come on, look at that face. Like, he's just screaming, I'm a director, I'm here, I'm gonna make this a live show, and we're going to have fun together, right? I don't know what kind of accent, Joey, you got, bro, but I just want to say that you were the man. I'm not big on much excitement and much high energy, but your high energy was actually entertaining. Your high energy, it was there. You are a good guy. You're a great host, I just want to say. And of course, you know, with everything that goes on in the boat, stays in the boat. One thing that I did have concerns with was the pool. So the thing that caught me off guard about the pools was that they had 2 pool areas where the adults normally played, which is fine. They had a little Dr. Seuss area where the kids would normally play. You know, like, it wasn't like an actual pool. It was like a play area with a bunch of water. You know, they had that big old bucket that once it fills up, then it tips over and drops all the water on the kids. And they had a slide for the kids. And then they had the big slide for the older kids. And then the other big slide for the older kids, which was absolutely fine. I had no issues with that. The thing that did catch me off guard was that while we were there, my wife was trying to bring the kids, both our little ones, a 3-year-old and my 1-year-old, to the pool, and they were saying that there's no water diapers allowed, and that kind of got me off guard, because I'm like,
so then what are we supposed to do with the kids?
Because the other pools are like 5 to 6. I think one of them was like 4'8", and the other one was like 5'8" or something like that. Regardless, it wasn't meant for kids that were like 1 and 3. So it's like, what were we supposed to do with our kids at that point? But sure enough, we just let our 3-year-old go ahead and just run around in the kid area, and we just held on to my 1-year-old because she had a water diaper. I don't know, but it wasn't that big of a deal, but just something to be cautious about. They did have a basketball court, which is pretty dope. They had this little sky thingy where you're able to like ride. It's kind of like a bike-ish moped type situation that's like way up in the sky, and one of them actually hoisted outside of the boat, so you were literally over the water while you were riding. I definitely wouldn't do that, but for those that want the thrill, you can go ahead and do that. I wouldn't do that because it's already crazy enough sitting on top of acres, miles of water. So to do that really would have made me squeamish, but you know, maybe next time. It definitely didn't do it this time, but maybe next time. As far as like the late night, they had plenty of things for the kids, for the adults. They had shows, they had game nights. They had a bunch of entertainment. It was great. Of course, I don't have any recording of those. I didn't want to be disrespectful. I didn't know what their policy was of recording these events that went on into in those rooms. But at the end of the day, they were all entertaining. Thanks to Joey. Joey made the activities very, very entertaining. And even with some stuff where he had to pull like just regular people that were on the cruise to attend, like the whole the marriage game, he pulled out these 2 older couples that's been married for, I think it was like 50 years or something like that. He made them entertaining, even though they were plain as heck. He made them entertaining, and it was great. Especially like the name that song night, that was also very entertaining. The way that he kind of had things situated. I don't know, Joey, you just a man, bro. Like you just a man. I just want to give you your props. I don't have no social media for Joey, but if you ever gonna go on the Carnival Horizon cruise and you hear that Joey Boyce is going to be your director, just know you're gonna have a good time. So the interesting thing about the route that we took, so we were in Miami and we were going to Jamaica first. From the trip going from Miami to Jamaica, I thought the captain would have been in a rush, but it didn't seem like it because the whole night, like the sail was pretty cool. There was no issues. It felt just fine. But after we left Jamaica going to the Cayman Islands, which seems to be the shortest distance, it felt like that captain was pushing it to the max. Like my man was going 500 in a 100 C mile zone. I don't know what, but I know that man was speeding, and it was kind of ridiculous. I literally felt like I was on Frontier or Spirit the whole night. Like we were awake, we were in the cafeteria area, and then we just rocking back and forth, moving forward. People are just walking while we're going through the hallways, and people literally going side to side, hitting the wall and stuff. It's like, yo, what is going on? And the same thing happened when we left the Cayman Islands going to Mexico, which also not that far considering coming from Miami to Jamaica. So I didn't really understand why the captain was really booking it like that. But again, I'm not a captain, I'm no pilot. Captain, pilot, I guess pilots are air, captain is ocean. Anyways, but from Mexico to Miami, the trip was just fine. Like the sail was fine, there was no turbulence, so I don't know what was going on there. But regardless, homeboy got us where we needed to go. If you were in the bottom deck, you probably felt it the most. But I mean, outside of that, it was actually pretty. He got us where we needed to go. That's all that is. Now, as far as the experience on the island, like I mentioned, Jamaica. This is Jamaica. We actually didn't stay there I felt like we didn't stay there too long. Like I literally felt like we were there for maybe an hour or two, and then we went back to the ship. Well, me and a couple other people went back to the ship pretty early, so that was on us. And there was a couple more of our cousins that just stayed out a little longer. I didn't get to go in the water. I was really kind of just chilling. At that point, I was just really annoyed because the locals were really trying to get us to buy stuff, which, I mean, this is what happens when you go to the islands. Literally almost every island they do that. So as we were walking towards the beach area, it's like this long path that we had to go through, and like literally there was somebody stopping and trying to sell us something every like 20 steps. It was ridiculous. So by the time we got to the beach, I was annoyed, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just chill out. I'm not gonna go in the water. Don't feel like changing my clothes, nothing like that. And then Marley, little daughter, she didn't want to go in the water anyways, so I kind of just chilled out with her. The Grand Caymans, me and my wife and our two kids actually didn't go onto the Grand Caymans because we couldn't dock on the like seaport. So we were kind of at a distance, and they had to send a smaller ship to come pick everybody else up and then bring them to the islands. And then on top of that, my mother-in-law, she was in those little scooter things, and she wouldn't have been able to go on the ship with that. So we decided we're just gonna stay on the ship for this one. And based on what everybody was saying when they got back, it wasn't that great anyways. So I mean, I don't think we lost too much out of the Cayman Islands. Mexico was definitely interesting. They did finesse the heck out of us when they came to coming to the beach. Like we got to the port, water was blue and all that stuff. It looked beautiful and all that crap. It was great. We get to like some tour guides or something like that. Like, yeah, we're trying to go to the beach. They send us to this beach that's like 15 minutes away, and we get there and the water is not, it's looking like America water. I'm confused. I'm like, yo, I thought we was gonna be swimming in some clear water and stuff like that, but nah, it was looking like America water. It had all the seaweed on there and stuff like that. Salty as well, I mean, it's all salty, but yeah, like it was not. And then they try to finesse us on how much that we had to pay. The dude, when we was at the main port area, was saying, oh, you had to pay one price and this and a third. But then when we get to the location, it's another guy that's over there, and he was telling us, okay, well, you got to pay for this extra and that extra and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, homeboy did not, he did not say that. He did not say that. So they try to finesse. I think we probably did get a little finesse, but I mean, it's whatever. We did have a fun time. They did have inflatables that we didn't have to pay for, so we did enjoy that time over there. But I mean, Mexico was cool. We managed to get back nice and safe, and everything was all gravy. Last thing, the most important thing was the food. Oh my goodness. Yo, I don't know, for those of you that don't know me, I will pick eating good food over having a fancy dinner at any time. I don't even care if the food is gonna be good, but I could come in my pajamas, I will do so, and I will eat that food gladly. The buffets, they definitely had some great options. There were the pizza, oh my god, the pizza was so good. Like I ate so much pizza on this, it's all like cooked like literally like New York style pizzeria, like all fresh and all that stuff. They got it wasn't even in the microwaves. It was like those actual like kiln things where they actually had the flames coming up and stuff like that, like those actual pizzerias. It was ridiculous. I was like, man, and I was eating them up all, bro. It was nuts. And then on top of that, the guy's burgers, I don't know what it's called specifically, but I found about the burgers mad late, and I'm like, yo, if I knew about this since Monday, I probably would have gained an extra 5 pounds. I think out of the whole trip I probably gained 2 pounds. That's because I already have a natural high metabolism and I didn't eat extensively too much. But if I had known about those burgers from the jump, yo, I would have gained so much weight. The fries was bussin'. The burger was bussin'. And the problem with the burger was it felt light. Every time I think come Wednesday, I went there twice a day, and I would have 2 burgers each time with the fries, with the onion rings. My goodness, yo, I don't even eat burgers like that. Burgers is like not on the top of my list. I don't eat burgers anywhere unless it's like Culver's or unless I made it myself or that sucker actually looks cooked. Outside of that, I do not by no means eat burgers anywhere else. But here, yo, if you tell me that they got the guys burgers on a cruise ship, I will go on another cruise just so I could just sit and eat those burgers, man. Like, that was serious. They definitely had some other options. They had a Asian restaurant, but I think you actually had to like pay for that. The fancy restaurant that they had, where it was like they had dinners where we normally went for dinners. The first night, chicken was bomb. Chicken was good. The other nights, the options weren't the best. I wasn't digging it too much. Not to say that the chef did a horrible job. My playlist, my palates, my taste buds, they only go so far, and I don't think it would have matched up to the potential that the head chef had. But I will say that there was one day where they had fried chicken. It was not it. Chef, I'm gonna let you know right now if you're watching this. It was not it. The fried chicken was not it, bro. It literally just tasted like you took the chicken, well, they took the chicken, they just threw the flour on it and then I don't even know. It tasted literally like nothing. I don't know how you do that. Chicken has to have at least some type of flavor. I don't know. Or maybe because we add a little seasoning before we cook it. But that thing, I took a bite out of it and I was like, there is no amount of hot sauce in the world that can save this. That was kind of bad. I'm going to tell you right now, chef, that was bad. Outside of that, everything else, I didn't give it a fair enough chance, so that was on me. But that fried chicken, that was not it. That's the last thing I'm gonna say about that. Outside of that, the rest of the food was good. The breakfast, it was at another location that I didn't even know was even there. Breakfast was good. Pancakes, fabulous. Hash browns, fabulous. The eggs, fabulous. All of that. They actually had some juices, like juice vegetables and stuff like that. That was good. I had the apple, beets, and ginger. It's fabulous. Tasted great. Even though, people aren't big on juicing, tasted great. But overall, I just want to say the food, exquisite. Great job. Outside of that, I want to say that I did genuinely enjoy myself. I will say that having kids that you have to tend to like literally the whole time, definitely, I don't want to say takes away from the fun, but it kind of does take away from the fun as an adult that you could be having. Like if you didn't have anybody that you had to watch over, of course you would always have more fun. If there was more so like, yeah, we're doing this for the kids type thing, which I mean, like I said, it was for Marley's birthday, which is why I kind of focused on her, making sure that she enjoyed it. But yeah, I feel like, well, for me personally, if the kids weren't there, I probably would have been able to make the best out of the trip, but it was still a good trip. I definitely did enjoy everything. Like I said, the food tops it off for me. If the food is good, I'm gonna have a good time. Doesn't matter what happened. Maybe there's some things that could possibly happen that could not make it good, but look, it's hard to bring me down after I've eaten good food, and I ate a lot of good food. It wasn't healthy food, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm not big on traveling. Finances. I'm gonna do that nice little plug-in. If you guys do like and subscribe, go ahead and like and subscribe for your boy so that we can get this channel up and get to the point where I can do a lot of travels. Then yes, I will be a traveler. But until then, we're just gonna keep on with the small stuff. Was a great cruise line. Really enjoyed it. I would definitely go on a Horizon cruise again. So as usual, we're gonna say that this one definitely gets a blue stamp of approval. We're gonna catch you on the next one, guys. Take it easy. Peace.